Hello and welcome to Bird Talk Radio. I am your host, Joshua Martin. I'll be going over the games, the scores, and, everything Philadelphia Eagles. Go Birds. Now let's start the show. Hello and welcome to a beautiful Victory Monday. Actually, two beautiful Victory Mondays because I didn't get to catch you guys last week after the Vikings win, but we'll double it up today for a beautiful double Victory Monday. To start things out, I guess if you guys listen to my picks, I apologize about last week. They're all right, but I don't know. No, I don't even know how I did. I think I went 7-8 last week with an overall record of 23-20-1.
And who do you got tonight?
I promise I'll pick better. I'll pick better for week 4. But I'm gonna give you my week 4 picks after commercial break. Hopefully, 7-8 for this past week. Hopefully I'll go 8-8 tonight. I picked the Giants over the Cowboys just because it's in MetLife Stadium. And I don't think Cooper Rush is it. I mean, we'll find out, I guess, but I think the Cowboys are going to go downhill from here. But to give you a week 3 overview, starting with Thursday night, Steelers and Browns. That was an exciting game on the run game. Whoever had Nick Chubb in their fantasy had a good week. 23 carries, 113 yards, 1 touchdown. Amari Cooper didn't do too bad as well. 7 receptions, 101 yards, receiving yards, and 1 touchdown there too. So the Browns, they don't look that bad. Jacoby Brissett, he's always a decent quarterback. He's never had that star potential, I would say. But he's a very decent quarterback if you need him there. So we'll see what happens with them. The Steelers, I know they're really missing T.J. Watt on that defensive side because they really don't have that defensive captain. I guess you want to say Mika Fitzpatrick, but T.J. Watt is just T.J. Watt. Trubisky and Kenny Pickett, I think they need to figure out that situation as soon as possible to get things clear down. But George Pickens is the real deal. That's all I got to say. Oh, I should have put up the picture of George Pickens. That one catch he had. I'm pretty sure you guys know what catch I'm talking about. People compare it to the OBJ catch. I don't see it because it's not a touchdown, 1, and it's not a pass interference, 2. But it's a beautiful catch, and I know George Pickens is going to have a beautiful future. To get in the 1 o'clock schedule of games, we had Texans and the Bears. I got that prediction kind of right. I said the Bears were going to win. I thought they were going to win by a little more. I was hoping Justin Fields would play a little better, especially against the Houston Texans. I think David Montgomery is a little injured right now. I don't know what's up with him right now. But their running back, I don't have the first name with me right now, but Herbert, 20 carries, 157 yards, 2 rushing touchdowns. He looked really nice for the Bears this past week. They won 23-20. Raiders and Titans, that game, I probably should have picked the Titans just because they had that home field advantage. But I thought the Raiders were supposed to win at least one game this season. I mean, they have Derek Carr and Devontae Adams. Or Devontae went there because of Derek Carr. They were both at Fresno State playing together in college, I think it was. And I know they have some chemistry there, but I don't know what we're missing so far. I know they have a new head coach and everything, and I know Josh McDaniels, he's more on the offensive side. So maybe their defense is struggling a little bit. I don't know. But Mac Hollins had a beautiful game for the Raiders. He had 8 receptions, 158 receiving yards, and 1 touchdown. Derrick Henry, it's kind of nice, 20 carries, 85 rushing yards. He did have 1 touchdown. It was only a 1-yard run into the end zone, but whatever works. So the Titans won 24-22. Raiders missed on a 2-point conversion, and then the onside kick, Titans recovered it. Surprising game of the week, Colts beat the Chiefs. Did not expect that one. So congratulations to CC Clevenger out there. I know he's a Colts fan, so congratulations to you and your win. Can't believe you guys won. Jonathan Taylor needs to be a little more exciting. He only had 21 carries and 71 rushing yards. I think contradictory to that is I think Matt Ryan needs to do a little better on the passing yards or the passing game. Just because if you have a good passing game, then it's going to make your rushing game much better. And then you can involve a play action scheme into that, and it just makes your team very hard. It makes the defense on the other team, it makes it hard for the other team's defense to know what's going to happen on your play calling. Because if they know Jonathan Taylor is going to get the ball 60, 70% of the time, and they're going to cover, they're probably going to bring a blitz a lot and cover short passes against Matt Ryan. But I think Frank Reich needs a new offensive scheme for the Colts if they want to do something, especially with Matt Ryan, a veteran quarterback. Just listen to him, maybe hear what he has to say. I know they don't have any star receivers. Michael Pittman, I guess. I don't know. I'll skip the Bills and Dolphins for now. Let me finish up the rest of these 1 o'clock scheduled games. The Lions and the Vikings. The Lions are really nice this year. I think they're still just the Detroit Lions. They're still missing something. I don't know what it is yet. Maybe it's their defense. But if they stay with the mentality that they have, or I don't know what it is that they have right now, but if they stick with it, I think they have a good future. Maybe not this season, but I don't know. I feel like they may have a good future. They just need a star quarterback. Not a star quarterback. I take that back because Jared Goff is nice. I think they need a star something. A Pro Bowler, a Derrick Henry, a prime Julio Jones. They need someone like that, I think, to really revolutionize that team. I don't think they need a better QB. I don't know. There's nothing wrong with Jared Goff. He's a quarterback you can rely on if you want to. Don't expect him to come out and be a Tom Brady or be an explosive player, but he's there when you need him to be. Well, that's why I said don't expect he's there when you need him, but don't expect him to have to go down the field and make a 2-minute drive kind of thing.
Don't expect to win is what you're saying?
Yeah, I guess so. Sure. I mean, they only lost 24-28 in Minnesota against the Vikings. The Vikings aren't that bad. I mean, I know the Eagles killed them, but the Eagles are probably a Super Bowl team, so that's all I got to say.
If you followed it, the Lions were, I think, dominating for most of the game.
Well, that's what I'm saying, though. So they're just missing something. They're missing, I don't know what it is, but they're just missing something. Ravens and the Patriots. I think Mac Jones went down with an injury. He didn't even play good. He was 22 of 32, 321 passing yards and 3 interceptions. Lamar Jackson did it again on his feet. 11 carries, 107 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. That man's insane. I think there was I know I'm gonna get my numbers wrong, but it's somewhere close in this range. Okay. First quarterback to either 5,000 passing yards or 10,000 passing yards and 3,500 rushing yards for a quarterback. I think it took Michael Vick 146 games to do it. I'm gonna get my numbers wrong, but I think Lamar Jackson. All right, Michael Vick did that in 146 games, and we know how good Michael Vick was dual threat wise. 146 games. It took Lamar Jackson, I believe, 57 games to get to that strive of 10,000 passing yards and 3,500 rushing yards. That's insane. He's a generational quarterback, and I really want Lamar Jackson to go to Miami because I think that will really change the culture and everything else that comes with it in Miami. All right. All right, I'm just saying.
He's going to Philly.
Why
he's
would you
not
think
going
he's-
to Philly?
Why would you think he's going to Miami?
Because he was born and raised, and he played in Boynton Beach High School. He's a very local person around here. He comes down here a lot and helps out. I know he wants to play in Miami. He's a South Florida native. He
What
wants
if
to
he
be down there.
replaces Brady when he retires at the end of the year
What do you mean?
Tampa.
in Tampa?
Yeah. Oh, I guess he could do that, but I mean, Brady's Brady. He had a legacy in New England. I don't think Lamar Jackson can create a legacy in Baltimore.
No, I understand that, but wouldn't it make more sense for him to follow Brady, leaving at the end of the year because that team it's not bad.
I think it's just a little harder for Lamar because I don't think he can make the decision on his own yet. Just because I feel like he needs that Super Bowl ring to make his own decisions. Right now, I think the teams are going to control his paychecks and where he gets contact and offered to, as of right now. But to continue on, the Bengals and the Jets. That was a very rough game for the Jets. I guess if you had the kicker for the Jets as your fantasy kicker, congratulations to you because he had four field goals, so that'd be 12 points for a kicker.
Depending on the range.
Yeah.
If
I don't-
it's
it
a
depends on what-
farther the range, more points.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's
That's not how it works.
It
I
is.
thought it's just they score a field goal and they get the 3 points.
Nah, if it's like a 40 or 50 or above, they get like 4 points. I think they get 5 for like a late 50-yard too.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
But if you had the Jets kicker, congratulations to you. Joe Burrow needs I can't say it every week. He needs better pass protection, but it's hard to say that every week. But they finally got their first win. Congratulations to Cincinnati. And I'll talk about the rest. Oh, at the Saints and the Panthers was a 1 o'clock game too. That was a surprising game because I thought Jameis would play better this season, especially with the weapons he has on wide receiver. Chris Olave had a really good game. He's a rookie wide receiver out of Ohio State. 9 receptions, 147 receiving yards. But they got 14 points in the fourth quarter, and they ended up with 14 points in the whole game. You can't just score points in the fourth quarter. You got to play the whole game and score and to win, obviously. But I don't know. Let's pull up that first image, and we can talk about the Dolphins game a little bit. Because that game should not have been a 1 o'clock game. That game should have been Sunday night, primetime game. And I guess that was the first image to come up. I forgot about that. The infamous, or it's going to be famous, the butt punt. That was an exciting, what was it, last minute of the game, I guess I should say.
Yeah, the last minute.
That was just weird. I mean, I don't know, I'm drawing a blank right now because I think that whole game was just weird. If you pull up the next image, you can see what happened right after that. Because the Bills' offensive coordinator was heated. That was close. Oh, yeah, I mean, you guys kind of got it, but
Why did he go berserk?
he went berserk because they
'Cause they
ran out of
lost.
time, right?
Because they outdid us on yards, possession, time possession. They outdid us on everything, and they still lost.
Well, the picking of plays was just bad. And when the half was going to end, he could have tried for a 45-yard field goal, and he decided to fake the spike.
Oh, no. They muffled the snap on that. Josh Allen was trying to spike it, but it was a bad snap, and he muffled the football, and that's why he threw it out to Stephon.
That almost got taken to the
It
house.
almost got a pick six,
Yeah,
too.
that was crazy. Even muffled, I just throw myself on the ground.
Ah.
Yeah, but I
Well,
think
because
that guy.
I don't think they had any timeouts. If he'd go on the ground, then the time
Yeah.
would run out there, too.
I think he was freaking out in that video because that's at the end of the game where
Yeah,
they
no,
ran
that
out of
was-
time
Yeah.
and couldn't
He
spike
did that at the end of the game, and that's the Bills' offensive coordinator. Don't have a name right now.
Ken Dorsey.
Ken Dorsey.
I thought they played
Who?
the Bills.
The Bills played amazing. 40. Oh my God. All right, you guys, the Bills out there, they need to rely on the rushing game a little more. Josh Allen, 42 of 63 pass attempts, 400 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Josh Allen can't, I know it's hot out there, but Josh Allen can't throw 63 times in the heat. The receivers can't run that much. They need the Devil Singletary and James Cook to at least give them some break and run the ball a little bit.
When you're dominating a game that badly and you're not winning it, even though you're dominating the game, frustration is so high, it forces you to make mistakes. And I think the play calling was bad. You're right; they should have gone to the ground more, and it didn't conserve any energy whatsoever. What was it? 92 degrees on that field?
It was probably hotter on the
99.
field.
99.
Yeah, on
You
the
dehydrate.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean they showed it. Most of the players was just sitting on the ground, just gasping for air. But to the last 1 o'clock game, the beautiful game of the week, most beautiful game of the week. If we can pull up the next image, because I'm wearing this jersey for a reason, and we just dominated that man. I feel bad for Carson, but we just dominated him. There was one part, I think it was in the third quarter, we had 320-something passing yards, and it was -1 passing yards. I wish I had that image up too, but we just dominated Carson Wentz. I feel bad for him. I kind of do. And then we can pull up the next image, because Jalen Hurts played a beautiful game again. I had my doubts about him, but I think I really start to like this man now because he brought a different culture, and I keep bringing that word up, but he brought a different culture and atmosphere to this Philly team. It feels different. It really does. It doesn't feel like we're banking when Wentz was there. We're not banking on if it's going to be a good game or not. I think we're going to see a good game every week now, but it's just if we have the competitiveness and the strive to finish the game or not. Because we scored 24 points in the second quarter, but after that, we didn't do anything. We only scored in the second quarter. After the second half, I know we were dominating the Commanders, but we just kind of slowed down and just wanted the game to be over with. So we need that competitive spirit the whole way through. But like I said, Jalen Hurts did really good. 22 of 35, 340 passing yards, and 3 touchdowns. Beautiful game. If we can pull up the next image, my favorite image, Devontae Smith, 8 receptions, 169 receiving yards, and 1 beautiful receiving touchdown right there. That man's going to be scary, and it's only his second year. That is a slim reaper right there. Beautiful game. Miles Sanders, 15 carries, 46 yards. I would like to see more rushing. I'd like to see more rushing from him as well. And then I think our defense did pretty good. I was really happy with our defensive line. Even though we lost Derek Barnett, it was kind of nice seeing everyone else step up and get to Carson and sack him. I think we sacked him at least 3 or 4 times that game, which was really nice to see. Some exciting other games for the week. Jaguars and Chargers. Jaguars look really nice this year. I don't think they should have played Justin Herbert. You can get the ISO on me again, but I don't think we should have played Justin. I don't think they should have played Justin Herbert with his ribs, especially against the Jaguars. That was a team, not a team, but that was a game you could afford to lose, especially only being week 3 of the season. There's no risk for injury to hurt your star franchise quarterback like that. Rams and Cardinals. I didn't really watch that game, but the Rams won 20-12. Marquise Brown for the Cardinals. It looks like he's the receiver right now until DeAndre Hopkins comes back. 14 receptions, 140 receiving yards. Falcons and Seahawks. That looks like an exciting game. Went back and forth. Falcons won 27-23. Cordell Patterson had a beautiful game if you had him on your fantasy. This guy. But if you had him on your fantasy, he had a beautiful game as well. 17 carries, 141 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown. Packers and Buccaneers. I don't know what to expect of that game. I know the Buccaneers were missing a lot of receivers. They had no Chris Godwin. Mike Evans was suspended. Julio Jones was out as well. So Packers won 14-12 that game. And then Sunday night, which was a boring game because I think there was like 7 punts on both sides. It was the battle of the punters last night. It was just terrible. And then Jimmy Garoppolo stepped his foot out in the end zone. I mean, I guess he saved a pick 6, but I don't know. It was terrible.
And I left at the third quarter.
It was terrible.
7-5 was when I left. And
Broncos won 11 to 10. Broncos won. So that's it. Tonight we have Cowboys and Giants. I have the Giants winning that one just because it's in MetLife, and the Cowboys are in just a scramble right now to look for something
hey,
positive.
they beat Joey B.
Yeah, because Micah Parsons sacked or killed Joe Burrow last game.
Won't count them out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the Giants' offensive line isn't much better than the Bengals. So we'll see what happens tonight. I think it's going to be an actual exciting game tonight. But I'm going to take a quick commercial break, and when I come back, I'll give you my Week 4 picks. And there's some news about the Pro Bowl. I'll give you guys some information about that. But yeah, we'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back to Bird Talk Radio. In a world.
Where's everyone? I'm your host, Daniel.
That is terrible. Where movies and trivia collide.
I'm a vampire.
Twilight.
Two ridiculously good-looking game show hosts
I'm your host, Daniel.
And I am Joshua Martin.
will tackle the challenge of being the best at movie trivia.
All right, this is about a board game that comes to life.
This guy repeats his day over and over and over again.
The power of Christ compels you.
Movie Wars. Hello and welcome back to Bird Talk Radio. I'm your host, Joshua Martin. If you want to call into the studio, the phone number is 888-994-4995, Studio A. And if you want to get in contact with me, birdtalkradio2022@gmail.com. And I hope to see you on the show. All right, to get into some NFL news real quick, because the NFL just announced for the Pro Bowl this year that they're going to do a week-long activity of games. I don't know how long they're going to do the games for, but they're going to do skill competitions and a week and some NFL games. You know, I think it's going to be a little more exciting than it is the previous years. But they're also going to have a flag football game instead of a tackle game, which I really like because, you know, it's not even a tackle football game, the past Pro Bowl games. It's just two-hand touch kind of thing. So I think it's going to be really exciting to see flag football. Hopefully they don't wear pads. I would like to see some wear at least a helmet or some protective covering on their head. But I think it's going to be exciting for the Pro Bowl this year. All right, to get into my Week 4 picks. Again, I apologize about last week, but I'll promise I'll do better this week. Because along with the score predictions, I'll give you my win percentage as well, because I think that'll help out a little more as well, too. But starting up Thursday night, we have a beautiful game, Dolphins and Bengals. And for my first pick of Week 4, I do have the Bengals winning that one. Only because it's in Cincinnati. And it's I don't know. I just have a feeling the Dolphins can't keep going on this streak, right? They have to lose a game.
I'd say the same thing about Philly.
Yeah, but the Philly's different.
Oh, I wish we played this season.
Oh, we played in
The Phillies
preseason.
are Super Bowl
We
contenders.
played in preseason. No, it's going to be Eagles and Bills, but I don't think we have the Army or the military support to hold a Super Bowl like that between those teams. But I have the Bengals winning that one. I'll say it's going to be a close game. I'll say it's going to be at least 27-21. 27-21, Bengals win that one. After that, let's get into rapid fire mode. Saints, and for the 1 o'clock schedule, we got Saints and Vikings. It's in New Orleans. Oh, I take that back. It's actually, we have our first London game. It's going to be a breakfast game, 9:30 in the morning. Wake up and have some Saints and Vikings action. So New Orleans don't get a home field advantage, so I do have the Vikings on that one. I'll get you my score predictions later, but for right now, I have the Vikings winning that one. Browns and Falcons, that one is in Atlanta. Yes, it's in Atlanta, but I do have the Browns winning that one. Like I said, Jacoby Brissett is nice, and Nick Chubb is always very reliable running back. There's nothing wrong with the Browns. Yes, they would be better with Deshaun Watson, but he's gone, and when he comes back, he is going to struggle a little bit because he's been out of football for a long time. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I do have the Browns winning that one. I'll get you the scores later again. Commanders and Cowboys battle the NFC East. I want to say the Commanders are going to win that game, but I think Carson's done. I think after this season, he's probably just going to be a backup quarterback. I hate to say it, but he probably will be. So I have the Cowboys winning that one. It's in Dallas. We'll see what happens tonight with Cooper Rush, see if he can keep that streak going of being a decent quarterback for what they need right now. But we'll see. Seahawks and Lions. I do have the Lions on that one because I think the Lions are a special team. Geno Smith, he's a wild card. We'll see what happens. I have more confidence in Jared Goff. I think Amara St. Brown, I think he went down with an injury last game. I think he's fine. He should be ready to go for next game. So I got the Lions on that one. Titans and Colts. I wrote down the Colts on that one. It's in Indianapolis. Both teams are struggling this year. The Colts just beat the Chiefs at their home. So I don't think they'll have a problem with the Titans at home. We'll see what happens. Like I said, don't rely on Jonathan Taylor much. I really want to see more of Matty Ice. Just throw the ball a little bit better. I think they'll have an easier time against the Titans than the Chiefs. So we'll probably see a better Colts team this Sunday, I shall say. So I got the Colts winning that one. Bears and Giants, that's going to probably be a boring game. But I do have the Giants winning that one. It's in MetLife Stadium. I don't know what's up with the Bears this year. They are 2-1, yes. But they beat a struggling 49ers team in the first game, and they won against the Texans this past yesterday. So I don't know really what to say yet about them. Giants are 2-0, so I don't know what to say about them as well. It's just the beginning of the season. We really get to see how these teams adapt. I do have the Giants winning that one, though. Jaguars and Eagles. That's going to be a fun game to watch. Just because the Jaguars look very exciting this year. Trevor Lawrence is a really good quarterback. They have a really beautiful passing game. And we get to play Doug Peterson again. We really get to see our pass coverage and our secondary and really get to see how good our cornerbacks are against a more passing team. So that's going to be a really exciting game. I do have the Eagles winning that one as well. It's still the Jaguars. I think we can put up more points than they put up points on us. I think that's the only way we can win that game. So Eagles win that game. We have a beautiful start to the season, 4-0 season. It's in Lincoln Financial Field. We have the home field advantage, so that should be really exciting. Let's see. Jets and the Steelers. It's in Pittsburgh, so I have the Steelers for that one. Hopefully, what's-his-face will be back soon, Zach Wilson. And hopefully Garrett Wilson is okay as well. He took a very bad head shot. Bills and Ravens, I feel bad for Baltimore because I know the Bills are going to come out very mad. They're probably going to put up a lot of points against the Ravens. Got the Bills on that one. Chargers and Texans. I have the Chargers right now. Hopefully you don't play Justin Herbert. Just put Chase Daniel in for this one game against the Texans. Please. But, yeah, I got the Chargers on that one. I think they'll be fine. Cardinals and Panthers. I got the Cardinals. It's in Carolina, yes, but I don't think the Panthers are it this year. I think Baker's done for as well. Probably pitting Sam Darnold maybe halfway through the season. I know Baker's not bad, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Got Cardinals in that one. Patriots and Packers. Got Packers. It's in Green Bay. We know that Green Bay home is insane. Aaron Rodgers loves it there. So I got Green Bay. Broncos and Raiders. I got the Raiders. They need to win one game at least. At least. A beautiful Sunday night game. Chiefs and Buccaneers. I got the Chiefs on that one. Yeah, I have the Chiefs on that one. Unless everyone does come back from Mike Evans, Julio Jones, and what's his face? Chris Godwin. If they all come back, maybe the Bucs. But right now I got the Chiefs winning that one. And the Monday night game, Rams and 49ers, I got the Rams for that one. Like I said, I'll give you all those scores out to you sometime this week. Check out my Instagram page, Bird Talk Radio. I think that's my handle. Or go on Facebook at Bird Talk Radio 2022. Like I said, if you want to contact me and be on the show, birdtalkradio2022@gmail.com. Get in contact with me. You can call in the studio, 888-994-4995, Studio A. And that's all I got for today. Hope you enjoyed. Come back next Monday, 11 a.m. Hopefully we'll have another victory Monday against the Jaguars. Keep it up. And I'll catch you guys on the flip side. So, peace out. Big Thank you for watching Bird Talk Radio. Again, I am your host, Joshua Martin. If you want to contact me or be on the show, just email me at birdtalkradio2022@gmail.com. Or you can call in during the show at 888-994-4995 in Studio A. Have a wonderful day, and remember, go Birds.